I'm Dr. Deb Butler, and you are listening to Inner Peace and Menopause and Beyond. This is episode number, oh my gosh, 506. Well, hello, all my dear friends all over the world. We are approaching another holiday season. And as I've been talking about in my podcast, is that I am now calling the holiday season your masterclass season. It's for advanced people. So if you want to learn more about yourself, if you want to learn more about why you eat when you're not hungry, if you want to learn how to feel an emotion instead of fill an emotion with food, this masterclass is going to be for you. That's what I'm talking about. I'm doing a masterclass on the masterclass. If you're interested, it's free. What do you got to lose? And you know the answer to that. All you have to do is go to drdebbutler.com/holiday and you can come join me. And of course, if you show up live, I've got something special for you. But more than anything else, I'd love just to connect with you, coach with you. Some people will love to be coached, some people will not. Those of you who do not want to be coached will learn from the people who are coached. We all have the same brains, and you will find how much in common you have with everybody else. That's the beautiful, beautiful advantage of group coaching, which is what this will be in the master class. So all you got to do is go to drdebbutler.com/holiday, and it is your holiday gift to you. Speaking of the holidays, now I'd like to do a little bit of education on what I'll be teaching in the master class for you to start thinking about now. And the concept that I want to drive home to you today is that the thinner peace process is simple, but it's not easy. Because I think I talk a lot about the simplicity of it. But I do want to say that just because something is simple doesn't mean that it's easy. But it does mean that there are just a few steps. And if you take little baby steps all the time, you will get closer and closer to where you want to be, which is to be more peaceful with food and more peaceful with your body. And of course, the more peaceful you are with food, the more peaceful you are with your body, the better it is for everyone else that you're around. So it's a way of connecting into your own mind and your body by finding out why you eat when you're not hungry. So when I say it's simple, what's simple about it is these three or four things: eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full, when you feel an emotion, feel it and don't fill it. And if there's a food that has no nutritional value, and it's called a joy eat, can you enjoy it bite by bite and stop the minute that you're through enjoying it? So that's pretty simple, but I know it's not easy. So, what I would like to do today for you is to do something easy. And this is what I'm suggesting for today is that with this concept of the thinner peace process, why don't you just for the next week learn to what happens to you when you eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full? And can you name your numbers? So, when I talk about eating when you're hungry and stopping when you're full, which is called the physical hunger scale, you can imagine a graph in your head that goes from a -10 to a +10. -10 is starving, +10 is stuffed. I'm encouraging you to eat between the twos. But what I'm encouraging you even more to do is to know what your numbers are. And the only way that you're going to know what your numbers are, and this is easy and simple, is just put a number on where you think you are when you start to eat. So you just got to take a connection. You got to take a pause and just think about how hungry am I from a -10 to a 0. Now, in the beginning, it's just going to be a guess. Guesses are wonderful because you'll be in the ballpark. So let's just say you're really hungry. You know that it's not that whisper of hunger of a -2. So let's say you just call it a -5. Maybe it's a -6, maybe it's a -4, but just call it and say it. Once you say the number, you have now done a connection into your body just by guessing. And when you stop eating and you think you're full, think about what that number is from a 0 to a +10 because those are your full numbers. +10 is stuffed, +2 is the whisper of fullness. And what I'm suggesting is you eat between the twos. But right now, I'm also saying, can you just put a number on where you're at when you're full? So you know that a +2 is a whisper. You go, I think it's a little bit more than that. Or you think it's a lot more than that. So you put a number to it. Say it's a number +3 or a +4. You have now figured out for the first time when you ate a meal a number for how hungry you are and a number for how full you are. The more you do that, and this is simple and this is easy, and it's more simple than it is easy. But if you just make a commitment to yourself for just a couple days, that when you sit down, you'll get a number for before you eat and after you eat. You will have a new awareness about this connection of your body that doesn't have to do with any diet or what food you should or shouldn't be eating. It's just about how hungry am I and how full am I, and could I put a number on it. And this master class that I'll be doing this week, when you listen to this podcast, it'll be on Wednesday and Thursday. All you're going to be doing, what I'm going to be teaching, is different techniques for how to connect into these numbers, right? So maybe you will think, not only is it simple, but it's easy. And that's all I'm asking you to do. But I can't tell you what a difference it made for me the first time I started doing that and not counting points, or telling myself I shouldn't be eating this and I shouldn't be eating that, or giving myself this hall pass for the holidays, meaning that I'm not paying any attention to the connection in my body and I'm just shoving everything into my mouth so I can stop doing that come January. It's all about mindfulness and awareness and using this time as a master class. So I'm doing a master class on the master class on what I'm talking about, being hungry and full, and just what your numbers are. So once again, if you're interested in doing the master class, all you have to do is go to drdebbutler.com/holiday. Did I tell you that it's free and it's 2 days and it's easy and it's simple? The hardest thing about it is going to drdebbutler.com/holiday and writing or typing your name to sign up, because that's all you have to do. And then show up and listen. Simple and easy. And as always, I would never end any podcast without saying to you, no matter where you go or what you do, please, please, please be very, very kind to yourself. And I'll see you next week. Bye bye.